Throws underneath to Walker. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Like it's been as negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Myers' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Tutu Atwell, 75 yards. And the Rams have moved out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Seahawks 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 33, here's the 2nd down and 6. Off of play action, Darnold. We'll get that to Charbonnet. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made them pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Here's Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. That is caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 42. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Trying the left side with Walker. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Xavier Smith deep for L.A. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now Stafford. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
In motion right goes Adams. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This is Smith to the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebacks for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Stafford now to throw. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
To throw is Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And he is going to have a Rams first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
First down. A gain of 4
Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
And he's brought down. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Rams first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. In motion left goes Smith. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
First down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
For the extra point.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
24. Seahawks 10.
A 10-play drive that time. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Walker to start the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Excellent coverage there on the play from Cameron Curl.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Up the middle, it's Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 9. Stafford. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Rams, 1st down. 1st and goal, Rams.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing is Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he returns this to the 22.
Shaheed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
The
Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they've pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle, 2-2 Atwell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Los Angeles.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now it's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Stafford.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Rams first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Boye Mafe got to the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
The busy night continues for Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's another Rams first down. An 8-yard pickup.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
To Devontae Adams. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks 9-yard line.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Operating from the gun. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, there's a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd down and 2 yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 10.
So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. And Walker has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome. But completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
To the air again, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Darnold. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And Darnold going to slide to the ground here, but not before he does pick up the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and goal.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Charbonnet is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, what was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. In motion goes the tight end. To throw is Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. In motion, the tight end. Now Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Stafford now to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Rams.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing again is Stafford. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to throw, Stafford. And oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Stafford. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the third quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And able to get this out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Well, that'll be caught by Cup. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Straight ahead, Walker. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
2nd down and a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold.
We'll get that to Charbonnet.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Darnold. Connecting with Cup here on the out route. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 6.
Darnold.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Darnold.
He'll try and do this himself.
Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and there the scramble for the 1st.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Darnold. And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
To number 11, Jackson Smith-Njigba. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
Cooper Kupp
From a yard out.
and the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch.
Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The Seahawks will line
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14.
Rams 41, Seahawks 25.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 7.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number one stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards. How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Again, it's Williams. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll run the toss here with Corum. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass Pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, what a move. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And out now come the Seahawks.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Darnold from the gun. And complete to Smith and Jigba.
Complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Third and 5.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tied game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be fourth down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
For the field goal, a 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
No gain on the play there, second down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be third down. Now it's Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this one is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep him cranking high right here.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Looking to put a drive together. Darnold now to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw, Darnold. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. But with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Pooter Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee, because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Oh, that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On fourth down, Darnold finding room at midfield. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now it's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
A gain of 30. First down, Los Angeles.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On the counter, here's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2nd and 7 from the 20. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to have a Rams first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead of give up the middle to Williams. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.